Yeah, um, you feel me? Catch a vibe right quick one time. Mic check 1 2 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. A 2 2 2. Successful transfers of this almighty information from me to you. A mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. A 2 2 2. It's way less about what you say and more about what you do. Oh, oh no. Man, what's good? It's your round. Pat Boy Dolo checking in with another episode of Round the Clock Thinkers. You know, first of all, I want to say shout out to my people out there, man. And when I say shout out to my people out there, feel me and listen to me when I say what I mean, when I say this shit here. Listen. I'm talking about my tribe. I'm talking about the ones that register. Let me turn this down some. Going a little bit too hard right there. I'm talking about the ones that registers with how Pac Boy kicking this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones that register with how I'm coming and what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. You feel me? The ones that are ready to look at themselves and hold themselves accountable. That's who I'm talking about. When I do this shit and say, shout out to my people, you feel me? Because everybody's not welcome. I'm going to be real. If you come in and you kicking negative shit, you're not welcome. You know what I'm saying? We don't register with that. That sounds like a foreign language. Those types of actions are foreign actions. You know what I'm saying? So look, shout out to my people out there, man. You already know that the show is brought to you by the Treeway Winterwear Collection, man. You can cop the drip, you can browse the drip. You can do what you want to. You feel me? Because it's your world, I'm just living in it. But guess what? I'm providing you the links in the description. The description got the links for you, you dig? Man, I'm sipping some coffee and oat milk with a spoon of organic honey off in that shit. Whew. A very, very great drink, I must say. I'm enjoying this. Today, also, make sure you go and check out, before I go get into this, you feel me? I'm ready to rock and roll. We got a nice show today, man. Listen, go get your Pretty Much Understanding copy. By the first link in the description, you'll get the physical copy through Amazon. I prefer you get the e-booklet is like right there at the very bottom, the last link, the official site. You go through that motherfucker and you can get the e-booklet within 2 minutes. It'll be in your email. You go and you download it and it's right there. The information is right there. You can just scroll and read and apply and benefit you and everybody that you know. You did. You just gotta apply. That's your job. I provided the information. I went through the test. I went through the hardships. I overcame them. I learned what I learned. Then I packaged it. I put it in a little booklet for free. And then I'm giving it to you that it could be in your email within 2 minutes. That's all I'm saying. So make sure you go forward to Pretty Much Understanding, whether you get the physical copy through Amazon by the first link or whether you go get the e-booklet. It's all on you. But just make sure you go get it because it's free game, free information. You dig? Man, today, check this out. We're going to be talking about something really deep. And we're going to be talking about how you need to stop using relationships as bargaining chips. Stop doing that. Like you need something, you feel me? And you may say, what I really mean? You don't really know what I mean. You don't feel me yet. What you mean? Give me a second. What I mean by stop using relationships as bargaining chips is we do not have to be friends in order for us to both benefit from knowing each other, right? But it should also be favor for favor. I send you clients, you send me clients. If you need a loan, I got you, you pay me back. If I need a loan, you got me, I pay you back. It should be like that, right? Instead, how most people use relationships as bargaining chips is they don't bring anything to the table, but then they're benefiting only from what that person is giving them, right? So let's go into example mode. So say for example, it's someone who just got out of high school and they become a vapor. They start to like vaping, nicotine, all that good stuff or whatever, right? And once he start vaping, he can't actually buy it because he's not old enough. So let's say he has a older friend who's able to buy the vapes and stuff for him, but his older friend is extremely rude, treats him like shit. It's like always talking down about him in front of other people, and other people are like, yo, why are you cool with that motherfucker? And this person is basically using in that relationship as a bargaining chip because they're like, okay, I need this person in order to vape. So I'm willing to compromise my own self-respect, my own dignity, I'm willing to compromise all that just so that I can have someone who will have access to a habit that I have. Right? Or let's say, for example, it's somebody who works at a job. It's the same person, they live in the same area, they basically go to work together. They work the same shift. One person doesn't have a car. The person that has a car usually has the person that doesn't have a car late. Right? These are different examples of how it's usually one-sided, and then you're using the relationship as a bargaining chip because you're pretty much accepting whatever comes so that you can just have this certain specific thing. Right? So in order to really expand on this topic, let's backtrack. And you have to ask yourself a question. Excuse me. You have to ask yourself this odd question that you probably never heard before. You have to ask yourself, what is your relationship average? Right? And you will, of course, be curious on what I mean by that. And then I would proceed by explaining that in example mode we would go into. I would tell you, like school, we would grade the relationship average on an A to F basis, which of course F being a poor average, right? Now, usually the result of a low relationship average, the result of that having an F could be people running over you, right? You never really getting your way in relationships. Motherfuckers be tripping. You kind of have to just let things go how they go. You can't really demand respect. You don't feel like you have that type of strength or power or say so. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you have to be accepting of a certain quote unquote social status or social level, right? Always arguing, feeling forced to be with someone. Listen, this one right here, there's a lot of motherfuckers with low relationship averages because they're in relationships with people who does not respect them, does not like them, show them all the time that they don't like them or respect them, even though they use these words, I love you. Even though they say, I love you, right? They're showing with their actions difference. The exact opposite of I love you. They're showing them that they don't really like them. They don't like them at all. They don't like them around. And then when they end up in arguments, that's when it spews out. You know what I'm saying? That's the result of having a low relationship average. Right? Even when you're not in a relationship like that, if you feel lonely, that's the result of a low relationship average, because that means that you don't have a good relationship with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're bored, you're boring. You know, it's not the circumstance, it's you. It's not the environment, it's you. Right? Bitterness, being closed off, being depressed, angry, all of this is examples of having a low relationship average. You have problems with feeling connected with other people continuously. Like it never really goes your way when it comes to dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of having a low relationship average. Now, in order to change that, and of course you would know what the average of a relationship average would be. The absolute opposite of what I just said. Being happy, being friendly, having successful relationship, having people that respect you, being assertive. You know what I'm saying? But let's carry on to the second point. All right. In order to understand how to change or raise your relationship average, right? You will have to learn to create independence within interdependence. Now, what do I mean by that? And I got you. For example, just because you can get someone else to do something for you or get someone to give you something, that does not mean you become strictly dependent on them and do not create your own independent production for yourself. You become totally reliant on someone else to give you what you need for yourself, that you know in your mind that you need. You already know that you need this. You know what I'm saying? You end up getting caught up, right? And depending on somebody else. For whatever reason, usually you're the one that don't have the car, they do. Or usually you're the one that don't have the ID, they do. Or usually you're the one that don't have the money, they do. Whatever the case, right? You don't want to accept that position in society, y'all. You don't want to do that. That's a very low way of living, of seeing yourself. To accept that type of position within society, within your environment. To basically be what they call a user. You just sit around and you mope and you wait until some shit goes in somebody else's way, and then when they go get what they get and come back, you want to be the sitting person in the area so that you somehow benefit from whatever. If we talking about habits like drinking and smoking, for example. You know what I'm saying? I remember shit like that. You know, we sit there and wait. Peep out motherfuckers. They'll sit there and wait till everybody, you know, come up with the play and who gonna do what and woo woo woo. And they ain't chipped in shit, but they'll sit there and wait. And then hope to benefit. And people still keep that same mentality throughout their life. We're not even dealing with habits or, you know what I'm saying? Even dealing with other shit. Feel me? That's why you should be self-reliant and create multiple options for your specific needs. This is important, right? So if you depend on one person for a way to work while you save for a car, guess what? If they bail on you, that puts a halt to your whole operation. Everything that you was trying to do, because you was dependent upon one person to get you from A to B and back to A. When instead, here go the game. Check it out. Which is obvious. Once I say it, it's obvious. But apply this to everything. The same strategy fits other scenarios if we're not even talking about riding to work back and forth. You feel me? But instead, this person right here should download Lyft or Uber, a ride share app, right? And use those periodically. And that way, when motherfucker bail on you, you already have that on the back end ready. And then me, I'm a strategist. I'm going to have something else and then something else. I'm going to make sure that I'm in a position to where if something falls through, I have a plan B and then a plan C. You know what I'm saying? And that don't mean that I don't go all in on one thing, but that just means that I keep my options open, especially in situations like this. You do not want to put your well-being in the hands of another person. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You always want to have something right there to where if you fall, you won't hit your head on the hard ground. When you fall, you'll hit your head on a soft pillow and you'll be able to think straight. If you fall and hit your head on the hard ground, it should have, you know what I'm saying? Give you a concussion. Now you can't even think straight. You can't come up with the proper play. You hit your head on a soft pillow because you got something right there. Then you can think straight. Boom. You can shoot right back up. You can calm right back up. You feel me? So I've noticed, man, you just need to treat people well. Because guess what, y'all? It always pays off. Even if they end up doing you, quote unquote, wrong. That's honestly none of your business. Because after it's done, it's done. It's shown. Like they said on Pineapple Express, the monkey is out of the bag. Feel me? Panda Express doesn't go back in the box. He only comes out. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, you know, when it's done, it's done. You fool me once. The end. It's no fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, take down. No. Fool me once, the end. Period. The end of the story. We're done. We're done here. We're done here. You showed me your capabilities. Period. You know what I'm saying? Some shit, of course, is you're able to understand and play past and have a conversation about. But some shit, when it happens, even if you have a conversation about it, in the back of your mind, you're like, yo, that was deep. This motherfucker went to the whole other level, like to 10. That was on a whole nother level. So even though we had a conversation, we were like, woo, and shook hands and then just called it truth and called it peace. Like in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, if some shit go left, like I'm worried that this motherfucker right here clipped me. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that reaction. or whatever the case in a relationship setting. Cheat once, right? Especially dudes, bro. If you cheat on her once, bro, listen, that's in the back of her mind, man. Now she just sees you as a dishonest person, period. So she'll stay with you, still love you, but at the same time, bro, in my opinion, the respect is out the window when that happens. It's a wrap. There's no going back because you didn't keep it real from the jump. Like, yo, I'm open right now. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one. Woo, woo, woo. Instead, you rather be dishonest, right? And that's because you don't love yourself. That's really what it goes back to. You feel me? And, like I said, fool me once, the end. If you showed me that you are capable of betrayal, then I cannot comfortably accept you back into my life as a genuine friend. I'm sorry. Strictly business or mutual benefits. Like I said at the beginning of the show about the, back and forth, like the contracts. Not the contract, the clients. You bring me clients. I send you clients. You send me clients, I send you clients. You do a favor for me, I do a favor for you. You feel me? You got somewhat of a big name. My name is somewhat big too. Or maybe I don't have a big name, but I have something else that you could benefit from, but you have a big name. Then we can exchange value. But that's it. That's it. We just want to feed each other's families at this point. That's it. That's how I move. That's how I move, man. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Like I said, man, treat people well, bro. It pays off. Listen, last but not least, y'all, in closing, love thyself. I'm going to say that again. Love yourself, man. Put yourself in a position, because nobody else is going to do that for you. You have to realize that you're already in a world that doesn't want you to win. You're already going against forces that are going against you. So you gotta hit the hill running. Feel me? It's automatically an uphill battle. It's automatically going to be an uphill travel when you first start, period. It's no getting out of that one. That's a part of the game. But you just need to hit the hill running. Hit that motherfucker hard. Don't be playing with it. Because you come in playing with it, that's how you get hurt. That's how you miss opportunities. That's how you don't see what you need to see when you need to see it. When you hit the hill hard, that means you're intensely focused. You're locked in. You own your shit. You know what I'm saying? You own your shit, you locked in, and you ready for whatever. You trying to make the moves, you dig? So what I'm saying is this. Love yourself, man. Put yourself in a position. Become organized. Become organized, y'all. Provide value. And the majority of the rest will be you being of service and enjoying creating beautiful work. Staying busy, being busy. And guess what? How this thing works, the things that you quote unquote need, not want, need, will naturally gravitate to you as a result of your mental focus. Now, need and want, don't get that twisted on how I'm presenting it. Need and want is semi-synonymous. But as you locked in and you have a certain mental focus going, and you're only focused on day by day by day, you don't really want. You don't really want. You just focus on the necessity, and the necessity is staying consistent, because everything else fixes itself after consistency. That's what I noticed. The consistency of the information, as long as you're consistent and you're consistently growing, consistently learning, consistently working every day, day by day, moment by moment, everything after that consistently, ironically, fixes itself. Seriously. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you need to have some self-value for yourself. Stop using relationships as bargaining chips. Right? We do not have to be friends. You don't need a friend in order to benefit from the relationship. Create your own opportunities. Create your own situations. You feel me? Become more self-reliant. Man, this is Ron Pack Bordello checking out. Shout out to all my people out there, man. You already know what time it is. Make sure you go check out the drip. Check out the links in the description. Check out the book, which is also in the description. Right? And I'm out of here, man. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out. Peace.